Have you ever walked into a room in your home and felt like something was just off, but you couldn't quite explain why? It doesn't feel bad. It just doesn't feel finished. It doesn't have that polished, intentional, designer look you see in magazines. And here's the surprising truth. That feeling usually has nothing to do with your budget. Most homes don't look high-end. Not because people can't afford nice things, but because of a few subtle design mistakes that quietly give away a lack of intention. And once you see them, you can't unsee them. Today, I'm going to walk you through 6 mistakes designers notice instantly, and the simple, expert-approved fixes that can make your home feel more refined, cohesive, and luxurious, without a renovation budget. Let's start with the very first thing designers look at when they walk into a living room. The first thing designers notice in most homes is not the sofa, not the rug, it's the TV console. And the problem isn't the TV itself. It's that the console underneath it is almost always too small. When the TV is wider than the furniture below it, it visually floats, it looks unanchored, and it instantly makes the room feel accidental rather than intentional. A properly scaled console, one that's wider than the screen, grounds the TV, adds weight, and balances the wall. And here's the rule no one tells you. If you can't fit furniture that visually supports your TV might actually be too big for the room. Design is about scale, not screen size. Let's move to the kitchen, because this is where one of the biggest tells of builder-grade design lives. It's that empty gap between the top of your cabinets and the ceiling. It collects dust, breaks up the wall visually, and actually makes the ceiling feel lower. And the instinct is always the same. Let me fill it with baskets. Or greenery. Or decor. But that does one thing. It draws even more attention to the problem. Designers either take cabinetry all the way to the ceiling or visually close the gap so the space feels taller, cleaner, and more custom. Because that space isn't storage. It's a visual interruption. And removing interruptions is what makes a room feel elegant. Here's another mistake that quietly cheapens a space. Bad faux materials. Peel and stick brick, overly glossy faux marble film, laminate pretending to be stone. The problem isn't that they're faux, it's that they're bad imitations. Your eye knows when something is pretending to be what it isn't, and the illusion falls apart instantly. Meanwhile, a simple, honest material, like real butcher block or wood with authentic grain, often looks more sophisticated than a cheap, fake luxury surface. Luxury isn't about price, it's about integrity of materials. Now here's a subtle one. Perfect symmetry, matched lamps, mirrored decor. Everything's centered and balanced. It feels safe, predictable, orderly. But to designers, it often reads as flat. Intentional asymmetry. A taller object on one side, layered books on the other, slightly varied artwork heights creates movement. Curiosity, character. The eye travels. The room breathes. High-end spaces don't look formulaic. They look curated. Here's one mistake almost every home makes. Relying on a single overhead light. When only the big light is on, corners disappear into shadow. Walls feel like they close in. The room looks smaller and harsher than it really is. Designers layer light, ambient, task, and accent lighting to create softness and depth. When light washes across walls, the room expands. And suddenly, nothing feels like an office ceiling fixture anymore. It feels like atmosphere. And finally, the rule people never expect. Every refined room needs one slightly strange piece. Something bold, unexpected, a sculptural side table, oversized art in a small room, a vintage object among modern furniture. Not loud, just confidently different. It adds personality and prevents the room from feeling like a catalog spread. Because luxury isn't sameness. Luxury is taste with a point of view. At the end of the day, a high-end home isn't created by spending more. It's created by choosing with intention. Better scale instead of bigger screens. Closed gaps instead of filler decor. Honest materials instead of fake luxury. Asymmetry. Layered light. One bold piece that tells a story. A well-designed home doesn't look decorated. It looks curated. If you're ready to start elevating your space, start with just one of these changes. Because once you fix the quiet mistakes, the entire room transforms. Check the product links in the description. Please like, comment, and share this video.